it's Lisa, and can't see because I hate when there's a glare on my glasses. Okay, so I am just coming to you guys to give you a quick little update. We had our doctor appointment last Thursday, and where I gave 3 vials of blood to test for certain things, and it took until today to get those results back. My nurse called me, and the news is not that good. So let's throw another shrimp on the barbie, because what the hell else can be wrong with me? What else are we gonna add on to this list of things that just keeps adding up and adding up? So what does the e-card say? I saw an e-card the other day. It says what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. At this point, I should be able to bench press a Buick. Thank you. So we were in the car when they called, so I wrote down all my stuff on a receipt, and basically I tested positive for the natural killer cell. They said that anything over a 10 is considered positive, and I am at 13. So that blows. There's no other way to say it, that blows. It makes me question if my IVF would have worked had I have known about this. It makes me question why they don't do this test before people start this frickin' procedure. Why don't they rule this out to begin with? Why? This is a test that should be done. If you're TTCing in this community and you are having an issue, or you've done a few cycles, you know, I would say if you've done a couple IUIs and it didn't work and you don't have any underlying issues, ask to have the natural killer cell test, because it's not something that the doctor's going to offer you for one reason or another. I don't know why. Why? Is it because that if more people had this test done that they would get pregnant easier and they wouldn't get your money for IVF otherwise? I don't understand. It's some underlying government conspiracy, and that's just the stupid part of my brain talking, but why wouldn't they test for this in the beginning and alleviate all of this bullshit before you spend all the money for IUIs and IVF and meds and all this stuff? It's just ridiculous. So I need to put my glasses on because I can't freaking read this. So I am positive for the natural killer cell. I'm shocked. I have to say I'm shocked. You know, I wanted to get tested for it just to take that out of the realm of things that could be happening, and it doesn't change the fact that my eggs are bad, and we'll get into that in a minute because that ain't good either. But it doesn't change that fact, and I still don't feel like I want to do another IVF with my own eggs for future reasons, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. But it makes me question if I've ever gotten pregnant before, if my embryo was going to implant and my body rejected it. Like, why don't they do this? Okay, I have no idea. It's beyond me. It makes me so upset, because how much shit do you have to go through? And then if I wouldn't have asked for this test, what? They would have let me go through the whole egg donor thing and not I don't understand why this is not a mandatory test for people who are trying to conceive. Ask for it. Do yourself a favor, even if you're early. I would demand this test. Anybody out there who's TTCing that's having issues, that doesn't have underlying issues, that you're just not getting pregnant, have this test done. So basically what that means is natural killer cell. I've actually been texting with Kyle back and forth because she also was positive for natural killer cell. She's almost due with her baby. So it makes me very hopeful that I can still get pregnant even though this is my case. So basically the nurse said to me that what they would have to do is, you know, a few days prior to my transfer, I would have to go in and have an IV of intralipids, put into me. And it's about a 2-hour procedure. And she said that, it's fine as long as you're not allergic to soy, which I'm not. And that's that. Well, then I was talking to Kyle, and, I guess apparently for the first 20 weeks of your pregnancy, you have to have this done. So you basically have to have it done 1 time a month for the first 20 weeks of your pregnancy. My question was, and this will be helpful information for anybody out there who doesn't know about this, my question is, does any of the intralipids harm the baby if you are to become pregnant? And basically the intralipids are derived from soybean, and the intralipids stuff the natural killer cells to the point where they're too sluggish to attack the embryo. And you just have it done for once a month for the first 20 weeks until the baby is strong enough, at that point is big enough that that the cells are no match to attack it. So, I'm very hopeful because I do know a few people who had this and who are almost having their babies. However, it's, in the back of my head, I've always been saying, I just feel like my body's not going to get pregnant. My body would not have gotten pregnant if we didn't have this test. So, I have to say, I asked for the test. I understand I asked for the test, but I was not expecting it to be positive. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was just hoping to check it off my list and say, it's not that. It's not that. I'm not protein deficient. My vitamin D was fabulous. And the other test was my AMH, and my AMH went down, sadly. So all those effing supplements that I've been taking since May, and the acupuncture and everything else, big fat no. My AMH went down from 0.9 to 0.84. And my doctor was disappointed. She was hoping it went up. I'm just, I'm at a loss. I wasn't expecting my AMH to be better. I'm more shocked by the natural killer cell. I'm definitely going to be doing some research on this and seeing what I need to do. What do I need to do to prepare myself? I don't know. It's just scary. It's scary, but it could be, it could be counteracted with these intralipids. But I am just so upset that if I would not have asked for this test, it would not have happened. So do yourself a favor, and if you're going through this and you're not getting results and you want to check it off your list just so that you know it's not that, ask your doctor to test you for natural killer cell. It is a simple blood test, and I would demand it because my doctor originally said that that she's not sure if she believes in it. But then she had a lady who did IVF twice and it failed. Then she did an egg donor and it failed. The lady asked to be tested for natural killer cells. It was positive. They gave her intralipids and she got pregnant. Why? Why do they wait for people to ask about this test? Is it a money issue? Is it so that they can get your money so that you don't get pregnant right off the bat? I have no idea, but it's a bunch of bullshit and it really pisses me off. Bill's really pissed off. He's like, what? There was a few cycles way back where I thought I may have been pregnant, and maybe, you don't know if you miscarry when it's that early, but I had some clotting that was like, no, TMI, but it was like plums and peaches, man. Like, it was pretty big clotting, and I never get that. So the few cycles that I had that were like that, and this was like over a year ago. This was a long time ago. You don't know if you're miscarrying. It's way too early in the game. But part of me wonders if I was miscarrying now. Part of me wonders if my IVF, where I had one freaking embryo left and they put that one embryo in, part of me wonders if that embryo would have taken if we would have known about this. So I just had to get this off my chest. I'm so upset that because I asked for this is the reason I got it. Like, why don't doctors ask you to do this test? Why? It's bullshit. I've said that like 4 times now. I'm sorry for the language, but I'm sorry. I'm pissed off. This is stupid. It's so stupid. A lot of you are probably wondering if we were going to attempt another IVF. No, because the fact is for us is my ovarian reserve and my eggs are still not, that's like the main factor for us. And we are moving ahead with the egg donor. I've already spoken on the phone with one of the nurses, and I just need to get her on the phone. She keeps calling me while I'm at work, and I can't talk while I'm at work. So gotta get her on the phone, get her in touch with the donor, get this ball rolling, and I will have a video together for you guys when I know what more is happening. But this is what I'm doing right now. This is what I just found out. It's Bill's birthday today. We went out for margaritas and Mexican food, so it's just, I keep apologizing to him. I keep telling him I'm sorry because I feel so bad. I feel like he took the short stick, I feel like if we, when we all met our husbands or significant others, if we had like a bubble above our head that said infertile, bad egg quality, natural killer cell, blah blah blah, if it said it all above our head as we walked around, I wonder, like, you know, and I know that he says it to be loving and he loves me, I know he does, but I said, you know, if you knew about all this, I said you wouldn't have picked me to marry, and he's like, yes I would, but think about it, like, he's not gonna tell me that he wouldn't have picked me. You know, it just sucks. It makes me feel so bad for him. So we're still moving forward. We're moving forward. We're taking this information we got today and we're moving forward. And the information that we got today was bad news. But the good news is that it can be treated. But I'm just pissed off because the list of things that's wrong just keeps adding up. And how much more is going to be on my list? That's what I want to know. Why? It's just so depressing, I'm telling you. So, that's all I have right now. That was my update. I could stop taking all my supplements because clearly they're not doing shit for me. But I'm going to continue to take my prenatal and a vitamin C. I was taking 23 or 27 some pills for, you know, this egg quality, and it's a bunch of bullshit. And we're, you know, luckily I think we're going to be able to write it off. So it's just, I just feel like I was not expecting that today. And we were in the car on the way to dinner when the fertility center calls. So I wasn't expecting that. I didn't see it coming. I was thinking, you know, just have these tests done, just get it out of the way, just to mark it off my list, make me feel better. Natural killer cell. Who knew? So I'm happy. I'm happy that I asked about it. I'm happy that I have this community of women, of you guys, to tell me what to ask. Because that's nothing that I knew about unless I, you know, before I was in this community or part of this community, I knew nothing about this. And only because of you guys did I know to ask about that. So thank you. Thank you for the plethora of knowledge that you all are. And I thank you so much for just pouring out your hearts and your support and your love and your encouragement to me, because it's a huge part of what's keeping me going. So, you know, something about other women that are going through the same thing that you're going through, you know, cheering you on. Something about that just keeps me going. And that's the bottom line. So that's all I have, and I'm sorry if this was long-winded and ranty, but I'm just so disappointed that doctors and fertility centers in general don't ask you to have this test done in the beginning to alleviate all of this mess. Save you money, save you heartache, save you it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. So, I don't know. So that's all I have. I'm going to be doing an Etsy haul video on my Things This Week channel, and we just uploaded our new Two Dead Girls Walking Dead episode 4 on our Two Dead Girls channel. So check those things out if you're interested. But for now, I'm not going to be putting up another TTC video until I talk to my nurse and find out more about what's involved with the whole egg donor startup process. So that's all I have. Thank you guys again for all of your support. Thank you so much for your comments and all of your emails. I mean, I'm just when I need it, something pops up on Facebook, or just when I need it, something, you know, something comes in my email, or just when I need it, somebody texts me. And I just thank you so much. Thank you to Kyle for just texting me and making me feel so much better about this whole thing. Thank you. I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.